So gentlemen, we begin our daily review of the S&P 500 Bitcoin and Ethereum. Well, actually, what happened today, as I have already said, there was an attempt to eventually come to 4,000. S&P 500, it was obvious after the employment data came out, they showed that they continue to grow. Moreover, the consumption index. He also showed that in fact consumers are ready to spend more money, and naturally this played the role, as it certainly says. The fact that the US economy is strong enough and there is no recession yet, but at the same time it was very bad for the Fed, that is. Regarding the decision with the rate, which, strictly speaking, determines where the market is moving at the moment, we tried to close attempts to break through 4,000. In the opposite direction for futures, we see now 3,987 failed, which means look tomorrow the employment data for the non-agricultural sector for June is coming out. On Friday, there will be data for August, and here they will determine the final market movement. At the moment, we will most likely go with a high probability in the area of 3,880. And there will most likely be a suspension for now. I don't know if it will go right tomorrow, maybe it will happen on Friday, but attempts already get away from 4,000 below. At 3,940, 3950 may well already begin tomorrow. If we look at the wave analysis here, we will see a picture that just about 4,000. To stay here we have formed, well, let's say, pre-scenarios for the fourth wave, and we are waiting, of course, then a rebound to the area of 4,440 by 5, but in fact this scenario is still unrealistic. Most likely we will leave here for 3,880, and here is most likely this 4 wave. If it continues here, it will redraw this level here, we will go lower by 3,880, everything will depend on what tomorrow. We look further at the data on the labor market for Bitcoin. If we look at this daily chart, we will see that Bitcoin also naturally had an attempt to rise at the beginning. 20.400, that is, try to consolidate the 20,000 level. Well, how? The data came out and naturally the S&P 500 went down, then Bitcoin went after it, and we see that we left at the moment until 19,600. And they were bought again in the area of 20,000. I say again, if after all, according to the data, they will come out bad, that is, the labor market will roughly speaking continue to strengthen for the economy of America, this is very good. Well, this is bad for the Fed rates, and after that, then Bitcoin will go to 19250.02:01:35, and in the end it may end up at 18.000. As we have already said, if we look at the wave analysis, we see that here for a day like this we have a 5-wave cycle and there is an ABC correction, but in fact all this it can be redrawn again. I say we can go down here by 18.000. We see the level of 1.618 on Fibonacci is 18,000. The same goes for Ethereum, gentlemen, here is Ethereum 1.550. Now there was actually an attempt to go beyond 1,600 at the time of closing. Unsuccessful because, again, S&P 500 went down and, accordingly, Ethereum Bitcoin all went down too. Now there was an attempt to leave 1,480, but after the S&P 500 started to recover to 4,000, we see that we have returned to 1,560. In fact, gentlemen, this also suggests that if the data is still on the labor market, the growing ones will come out, that is, the labor market is growing, then we can eventually leave by 1,320. And then, as a result, at 1,240 here, there will be trend support here, a very good strong historical level here in the region of 1,200. Well, plus, respectively, the goal also points there. If we look at the wave analysis here, the picture is just like with Bitcoin. That is, the 5th wave has already been worked out, and now the ABC cycle is already, I say again, most likely it will be completed around 1,200. If there is a negative scenario, if there is a positive scenario for the labor market, then there is a chance that we can rise to the district 1,600, and 1,640 are still hardly higher than the value of 2,000 that were, while very unlikely, most likely 1.600 and 1,640. Right here in this zone. So gentlemen, we are waiting for tomorrow's data directly on the days employed in the agricultural sector. And let's see where the dynamics of the market will eventually be directed. There is a high probability that the fall will continue tomorrow. That's all. Subscribe to our channel and follow our reviews every day.